Hey, what's going on, everybody? Investor Springs back with another one. It's been a little while since I made some videos, but I wanted to come to you guys today with a more relaxed one-on-one type of conversation. I was recently watching a video by Iregbu where he explained how he made $120,000 in 1 week. I think we would all listen in on that video, to see how did he do it. But it was with multiple deals, and majority of them he wholesaled, and the timing of the closings were in 1 week where he amassed over $120,000. So in this blueprint, he kind of broke down the numbers game, and to go into details with it, feel free to look at the link I'm gonna put in the description of it. But ultimately, I just wanted to go through my KPIs of this week, being week 1, just because there might be a couple people that were interested in following the blueprint, and now you have some results from somebody who's trying to give it an effort. So ultimately, for week 1, I pulled a list from PropStream. It had about 1,650 potential leads, and I used TurboSkip just as he did as my way that I skip trace my leads or found phone numbers for the property owners. And then Mojo Dollar was a service I used to call all my leads. So amongst those three, TurboSkip was a really good skip tracing service. They provided roughly 6 numbers per contact, and it took them 3 days, but at least for the calls I've made this week, there was a lot of accuracy in terms of the right numbers to the right people. And amongst those 6, there wasn't any chances I saw where the voicemail didn't come back to be that same person, or they didn't answer directly and it was that specific person. So or a family friend or somebody that knew that person. So it was fairly accurate amongst how good that service was. In Mojo Dollar, I use the triple line, so I'm calling roughly 115 potential sellers an hour. And then with PropStream, it was a great list that I pulled in my area to be able to find vacant properties with out-of-state or local owners that had 50% or more equity in their property. So I did 50 as my threshold, just to kind of open up a wider net. But that's what I use amongst PropStream, TurboSkip, and Mojo Dollar. Next is my KPIs. So to break it down as simple as I can, Brian Iregbu explained that the National Association of Realtors had the statistic that 89% of sellers used a realtor or were assisted with a realtor during the closing of their transactions. For the blueprint, it's saying out of that 11% gap, he's going to show how on a conservative level you could get 5% of those 11% of people to be willing to accept an offer from you in the next 30 days. So in a quick gist of it, like I said, click the link in the description to get better understanding. The goal is to have 1,000 interactions, which breaks down to be 50 interactions a day, 5 days a week minimum. 5% of those interactions should turn into actual leads. So that'll be 50 leads or motivated sellers. 10% of those 50 will turn to contracts, signed contracts. So that'll be 5 contracts for those 50 leads. Out of the 5 contracts, 60% of them should turn to closed deals, which will be 3. And if you price each average deal size of $10,000 times the 3 deals, you will get $30,000. So in the blueprint, he explains how to find prospects, how to skip trace them. He gives you additional lead sources as a bonus. He gives you like some of the best questions to ask to qualify your leads, make offers, and he mentions his Any Deal app that he's the owner of, how to find cash buyers. And when you're closing the deals, just understand that if you don't do it in 30 days, just repeat the process. You will get the deal because it's a numbers game. And eventually, the more people you talk to, the more money you'll make. Keep it simple and take action. With it, he also gives you an outbound call script. So it's very useful information. Click the link below to be able to get that blueprint. It's free. All you have to do is give him your email. He'll give you the downloaded version of this blueprint. So with that, I really wanted to prove it to be correct. I really think it can work. I just wanted to post my results for the following 4 weeks or 30 days in the term of weekly results as I track my progress. So week 1, Here's my KPIs. For those of you that don't know KPIs, that's your key performance indicators, and it's used as like a measurement or a way to track your progress when it comes to the marketing channel I use called cold calling. Simply just calling to see if there's any motivation in sellers that are wanting to sell a property. So of my results, here's how it went. I had roughly 1,574 phone calls where I dialed out to 1,574 potential people. It was over the span of 5 days. I didn't do it consistently, but over 5 days within last Sunday to today being Saturday the 22nd, it was about 13 hours and 24 minutes of call time. Instead of 1,000 interactions, as I wish I could have had 141. And for me, my definition of an interaction was getting somebody on the phone and having them tell me yes or no. Of those 141, I had 4 people that said yes. Of the 4, I had 1 appointment that I was able to go to this week. It did not turn into a contract, so my total for contracts is 0. My next week goals is to be more consistent. So going Monday through Saturday, I want to have 2 sessions of calling times in the morning and in the evening. And I want to increase my ratio from 300 calls a day to 600. I want to increase the numbers of interactions just because, you know, filtering through, if I had 150 interactions and that ultimately led to 1 appointment, imagine if I have 300, 400 interactions, how many appointments that can bring me. It kind of helps build the momentum that I've been looking to understand. How do I increase momentum? So that was week 1's KPIs. I do have future content I look to bring to you guys. I've been working on my house downstairs with my wife since getting out of the Navy, and I kind of put wholesaling on hold. It's been this relationship that's been on and off, but I will see this through the work. I've actually created an LLC for my business for real estate investing, where I can do all 3 forms of real estate investing, where I may buy to fix, buy to rent, or partner with investors where we share the profit. So in those cases, I am looking for properties to purchase. If you know of anybody selling their house, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be willing to give a referral fee for those people that have properties that are matching my criteria. Referral fee is $1,000. Not the referral free, the referral fee is $1,000. So please send me any leads you may have. I'll love the opportunity to look into them and see if it can turn to a deal that I'm willing to buy. If so, I appreciate your time. And if not, you know, I still appreciate you guys checking out my video. Feel free to rock with me for future content. And this is Investor Springs. I wish much blessings to you and yours. Peace.